This is an active and fast-moving situation. Everything you are about to hear was factually true and verifiable at the time I recorded this, unless I clearly say otherwise. Hello, everybody. Mr. Robbie here. In part one, I established what happened and why calling it law enforcement doesn't survive even basic scrutiny. The question now is, what does this mean going forward? When Trump said that the United States will run Venezuela until a transition takes place, that wasn't a rhetorical flourish. That was a statement of intent. Running a country means controlling decisions, controlling resources, controlling political outcomes. It's not an arrest, it's not a prosecution, it's not a temporary assistance, it's administration. There's no declaration of war. There's no authorization from Congress. There's no defined end state. And this isn't accidental. Operating in this gray zone allows everything to be justified after the fact and nothing to be clearly accountable in advance. When actions come first and legal explanations come later, the law is no longer guiding events, it's chasing them. This is where the Noriega comparison stops working. Noriega surrendered. He was brought to the United States after the fighting ended. Here, the removal itself was the operation. The military assault was not a means to an end, it was the end. That is a fundamental shift in precedent. No one has formally said these words, regime change. They don't need to. Removing leadership by force, announcing U.S. control, and talking openly about transitions of power, it does the same thing without the legal baggage of the phrase. When language avoids the term but actions deliver the outcome, the result is the same. Venezuela holds the largest proven oil reserves on Earth. That fact does not prove motive by itself, but ignoring it while discussing military force and political control and tanker seizures would be dishonest. Power, resources, and timing always matter in geopolitics. Pretending otherwise is how people get misled. The warnings to Colombia, the references to Cuba, the insistence that statements should be taken seriously, this was not a one-country press conference. It was a regional message. When force is used once and rhetoric expands outward, escalation is no longer hypothetical. It's being normalized. Now, Trump continues to describe himself as a peacemaker. That claim cannot survive what we're watching. You can't claim to be a peacemaker while exercising control through force. Peace is not imposed by airstrikes, it's not maintained by occupation, and it's not declared while threatening neighboring governments. Words do not override actions. And this is where responsibility becomes personal. Members of the U.S. military are not automatons, they're not robots. They are required to disobey unlawful orders. They are required to examine legality and conscience. That obligation does not disappear because orders are wrapped in patriotic language. History does not reward silence. So, once a government normalizes military force without authorization, the next use becomes easier. And once law enforcement language is used to sanitize an invasion, the threshold drops. Running another country becomes acceptable language, and the concept spreads. This is not about Venezuela alone. It's about precedent. What we're watching is not a single operation. It's a shift away from law, a shift away from restraint, a shift toward power exercised first and then explained later. And that shift has consequences beyond one country. Trump will never receive the Nobel Peace Prize, which he hungers for on a daily basis. He has to be content with the fake FIFA Peace Prize, which was created specifically for him so that he can brag about having been awarded a so-called peace prize. Thank you all so very much for watching my video. If you found this video useful, please like and share and subscribe, and please let me know in the comments what you think. Even just an emoji as a comment helps the algorithm get my videos out to more people. Everything helps, and I would really appreciate it. And don't forget to smash the bell to be notified whenever Mr. Robbie Says has something to say. Also, if you like what I do and you'd like to support me, you can buy me a cup of coffee on Ko-fi by scanning the QR code on screen or clicking the link in the description. Thank you all so much. You'll see me later.